The other day when I was at the scrapyard, you heard a bit of the phone call to Fort Witt. There was a guy here giving Tiffany a hard time and stuff, right? Well, like, she doesn't know nothing about nothing. It's not like I'm gonna sell a bumper to a guy and I like discuss it with Tiffany. She's got her own nonsense she's got to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, I sell a lot of stuff, right? I got a lot of people coming and going here. I sell a lot of stuff. Felon has people buying stuff from here, right? So there's people coming and going all the time. I can't even keep track of all the people that want to try to come here and look at parts, buy parts, look at trucks. So anyways, this guy comes and he looks at a bumper. Okay, no big deal. He likes it. He says he wants it, but he like assumes that it's off, right? He assumes that the bumper's already off, even though it's pictures of trucks with all the parts still on them in the ad and stuff. And there was no, and I told him he best bring tools because of the one part that he needed anyways. But that was a different part. That wasn't the bumper. So I guess he just assumed that the bumper was going to be off. So anyways, he shows up here. He looks at the bumper. He says, "If I give you a deposit, will you take it off for me?" I says, "Yes." So that was the Friday. I tells him to call me Monday. So I wrote 50 bucks this and that on one of my cards. I give him my card. He frigs off. Over the weekend, we get the bumper off because like I say, I got all type of people messaging me. It's really difficult for me to find a guy from a week ago from the message, right? So anyways, I tried when when Wednesday came around and I hadn't heard from him. I tried, right? I looked through, I just couldn't find the message where the guy was asking me about the bumper. So in other words, he happens to call on the Wednesday night and, I'm in the middle of doing stuff. I'm not just sitting here waiting for the bumper guy to call me and, friggin', man, I am up to my satchel with different operations and different procedures around here, big time. So he calls me and he's got a bit of a, bumper off yet? And I'm like, yeah. Did pick it up tomorrow? And I was like, sure, like, cause normally I go pick up the Felon between 10 and 11. So it says, I'll be, 10, 11. But then after I hung up, it was a bit later, right? He called me at like 9:30 or something. So by the time it was like 11 o'clock or something, by the time I got to take scrapping in the morning. I told that guy this and that. So, and again, I don't say anything to Tiffany. I just wait till the morning and I text the guy like a normal human, right? I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna be home till 11. And then but I mean, he's already on his way or something, I guess, but like, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? Like, and it certainly isn't Tiffany's problem. I mean, I guess it's my problem a little bit. I should have called him or messaged him earlier, or, there was a miscommunication. I forgot that I had the trailer loaded up for taking it into this and that. Like, it was already a plan that I had, but he like called me in the 9:30 at night with this attitude. Bumper off yet? Yeah, man, of course it is. I told you to call me Monday and you just up and simply just never did. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. I gave you my card with the 50 bucks on the back and it's got my phone number right on it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make a single bit of sense why you wouldn't call me before Wednesday night. But anyways, he shows up Thursday morning and Tiffany didn't even realize he was in the driveway. She's like in the kitchen doing dishes or whatever she was doing, not paying attention to the driveway. The Reolink doorbell's going off. So I get the notification on my phone, and then in the meantime, my phone's getting smidged up by a friggin' tractor at the scrapyard. Don't forget to check out that movie if you haven't even missed it. But so like, she literally has no idea other than there's a guy at the door who's gonna buy a bumper and I'm not gonna be home till 11. That's the sum of the information she has, right? Because I'm at the scrapyard unloading trailers and losing my phone and smidging stuff up, and this is like, it was just pandemonium. I mean, that call was after I smidged my phone up, pretty sure. Don't quote me on that and make me a liar, but I'm pretty sure that it was after I'd already squidged my phone, pretty sure. Was it? I don't know, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so I mean, like, it's not even a big deal. Like, he got here at like 3 minutes to 9 and he was out of here by 22 after 9 with all the pandemonium he caused. And like, Tiffany was just like not gonna have that type of disrespect from some random goof. Like, think about it. She's had to deal with like drywall dicks trying to push their way in the door while I'm not home acting tough. You know what I mean? Like, all these tough guys show up when nobody's around to be tough when she's home by herself. So she's not going to be victim to some dude, that's for sure. So anyways, put Buddy in his place and made him cry. And yeah, just give him an earful big time, and rightly so, because friggin' if I was here, things probably might have maybe been different. But anyways, I just wanted to, you know, make sure that the coast was clear on accordance to the friggin' nonticing of the situation, because, you know, for all you know, the video starts with Tiffany just flipping out on this guy and oh, Tiffany's she's a stupid bitch and stuff. But yeah, no, she's just minding her own business in her own friggin' house, do, and then opens the door to a guy yelling at her about a bumper. She has no idea about where it is, what it is, you know what I mean? And she'll do her best to figure it out, but you're a stupid dick, so you can either apologize and fucking shut the fuck up and give me a minute to figure this out, or wait until 11 for me to come home and we can fight. You know what I mean? Easier ways to go about things, but you know, like I say, like, you know, you drive all the way and this and that, like you get a little bit pissed off and stuff. Okay, cool. You know, I've done the same thing. Guy makes me drive 3 hours for a friggin' 3-in-1 metal choocher, and he tells me it's in really good shape and there's nothing wrong with it, and he's firm on the price, and then I go there and there's a big notch out of the friggin' Chasler and it's totally dicked. Like, it's dicked. And I still offer him a fair friggin' price for it, and he's telling me friggin' no and this and that and friggin' stuff, so I called him asshole or goof or something, I can't remember, but either way, like, I totally get it, right? But I'm not friggin', you know, wait until he's not there and start acting hard to some lady by herself at home. That's just totally bullshit. So anyways, boys, this is what Tiffany's got to deal with sometimes in accordance to my bullshit. So enjoy, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it helps with the movies, and YouTube just won't chooch the movies without different types of likes and all that kind of horse shit. So, hunters always appreciate it. Smoke cigarettes, I go.
Where's the bumper? I can just give you the money and take the bumper.
Well, it's in a shipping container, and I'm not sure which one is in and what bumper it is. And
He told me he was going to Brighton sometime between 10 and 11. I told him I'd be here before 10. Well, I'm here before 10. Where is he now?
I'm not sure where he's at.
Can you phone him and ask him where the bumper is?
Okay, but like, you're getting a little bit attitude.
No, I got no attitude. Like, I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
You have the discussion with him. He told you where he's going to be at and what he's doing.
And I told him I'd be here before 10 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. He said he wasn't leaving until 10. He said he had to go to Brighton between 10 and 11. I said, fine, I'll be there before 10. It's 9 o'clock.
He's had other plans.
I talked to him yesterday. I phoned him yesterday.
Like, I need 5 fucking seconds to figure out. Look around. See how many shipping containers there are. I'm just processing what you're coming at. And I usually go above and beyond trying to help people. But you're coming at me. So give me 10 fucking minutes to figure out what's going on, so I can talk to my husband and try to figure out where it is, so I can help you both. And you expect me to jump to your attention because you're talking to me in a certain way. And I'm fucking telling you, you're not talking to me like that. You can apologize, I can figure it out, and we can figure it out. Or you can fucking wait till 11. I'm talking. Don't talk over me. You don't like being talked to like that. Just as I don't like being talked to the way you're fucking talking to me. Okay? Okay. Go sit in your car and wait till he to fucking come out here and try to figure it out. Give me the money. Cool. Cool.
Cool. So please call your husband and figure out what's going on. Please and thank you.
I don't need you following me.
Okay.
I don't need you following me.
Okay.
Hello?
Is it the one in the dome? I sent you a picture.
Yeah, it's got a peace symbol sticker on it.
Yeah, I just flipped out on that guy.
Well, what's this guy's problem?
Because he told you he'd be here before 9 or before 10 or something, and it's 9, and he just started like talking to me like I was a piece of fucking shit, so I just fucking slipped right and slipped out.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's being right. He's laying me. So.
Well, I fucking messaged him. Well, he owes me $150. I messaged him and told him I wasn't going to be home till 11 o'clock.
So he gave you a $50 deposit, so he still owes you $150?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at the cameras, because I'm sure you'll catch me flipping out.
Beth.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, is it the one in the dome on the ground? I sent you a picture. Yeah, I just flipped out on that guy. Because he told you he'd be here before 9 or before 10 or something, and then 9, and he just started like talking to me like I was a piece of fucking shit, so I just fucking flipped right the fuck out. Yeah, he's waiting right at the end of the laneway. I'm not sure if you talk to people like that all the time, but it doesn't really work to get your own way to be an asshole to people. You gotta know what was even going on. You're just some random guy coming to my door yelling at me. You feel like you're a little bit proud about yourself? Oh, right. I'm sure your wife just had a lifetime of awesomeness. I hope you never come back around here.